Hello friends, we will be covering the following: LC circuit, power of AC circuit, power factor, watt full current, wattless current, special cases of power factor, and the formulas that we have covered in this chapter. LC circuit. A charge can be made to oscillate in an LC circuit. We can produce electromagnetic waves with this LC circuit and we can use it to generate signals. Another application is an inverter. So what are the two main applications of this circuit is that we can produce electromagnetic waves and we can use it for inverters. So in this basic LC circuit, you can see we have L, which is the inductor, C, which is the capacitor. Okay, so we have basically L and C in a circuit. LC oscillator is not realistic. It's not at all realistic as the inductor has some resistance and current in the circuit dies out eventually due to this resistance slowly. Also, this system radiates out electromagnetic waves and the oscillation of charge reduces. Let us try to visualize how the charge oscillates with the help of these pictures. These are 8 stages. So we will try to explain in 8 steps the level of energy, that is magnetic field and current and the potential and the energy across in the various stages, electrical energy in the various stages. LC circuit has a capacitor and an inductor attached with a battery. Initially, this circuit is attached with a battery. So what all we have in a circuit? We have a battery, we have an inductor and a capacitor. Once the capacitor is full, the capacitor has been charged, we remove the battery. The charge will oscillate between the capacitor and the inductor without the battery. Okay, so at stage 1, this is stage 1. Here we have already removed the battery and this capacitor has been completely charged by the battery before the battery has been removed. Okay, so it has charged the capacitor. All the 4 arrows showing here to you is indicating between the plates, positive and negative plates, it's indicating to you that the capacitor is fully charged. Here the capacitor is full and the electrical energy stored in the capacitor. This will be showing you the mechanical and electrical energy. The electrical energy showing here to you is full. And what is the value of this electrical energy? E, which I am representing as electrical energy, UE equals to half Q square by C. This will be the value of energy here. And the magnetic field at this stage is 0. So magnetic field is 0. You cannot see any red, these kind of circles here. No magnetic field is being shown here. So at stage 1, magnetic field is 0. Current is also 0 in stage 1. You cannot see any arrow here. See, this arrow represents that a current is flowing. In this stage 1, there is no current. I is indicating to be 0. I current is 0. Stage 2. As the circuit is closed, the capacitor begins to discharge itself through the inductor. So here you can notice there are 4 arrows. Now the energy from the capacitor is being flown in the form of current. See, from the 4, these arrows have become 2. So energy is the capacitor is discharging the energy and itself through the inductor causing a current I. As current I increases, it builds up a magnetic field around the inductor. So a magnetic field is built up around the inductor. A part of the electrical energy of the capacitor gets stored in the inductor in form of magnetic energy. See, this was electrical field. Some of the energy has been stored now into the magnetic energy. And how much is the magnetic energy? What's the formula? Magnetic energy is equal to UB equals to half for an inductor L I square. Correct? Coefficient of inductance and current square. So this is the formula, that is the energy being stored. So half in magnetic and half in partly in electrical. And capacitance half in this. So you can see I'm showing you two circles here, and the capacitor also has only two arrows left. Some of the energy has gone into this part. Here we can see I also notes the direction of current. See, the direction of current is in this direction. The electric field in the capacitor, the level of magnetic and electrical energy you have seen. From the positive plate, current is flowing in this direction. It always flows from positive this to all the way to negative. So this is how the current is flowing. In stage 3, the capacitor gets fully discharged. See, the capacitor is empty. What has happened? The capacitor is fully discharged and potential difference across its plates become 0. So there is no potential difference across the plates, which is now 0. The current reaches its maximum value I naught. So I naught we denote for the current as maximum value. The energy stored in the magnetic field is, here you can see all the energy has been stored here. M is the M bar is raised, electrical energy is 0, and what is the value of M? M value is half Li square. Here we can see entire electrostatic energy of the capacitor has been converted into magnetic field energy of the inductor. See, all here this is empty and this has developed like 4 rings. Okay. The capacitor in stage 4 is completely discharged and the magnetic flux linked with the inductor decreases. What has happened is, at this stage, now there is no current which is coming any further from capacitor to the inductor. Because of this, now the current will start flowing from the inductor all the way to the capacitor. So the capacitor is completely discharged, the magnetic flux linked with inductor decreases, inducing a current in the same direction by Lenz's law as earlier current. So if the earlier current was in this direction, in this same direction, now who is sending the current? The inductor is going to send the current from here to the capacitor. The current here is persisting, though with decreasing magnitude. And charges the capacitor in the opposite direction. Now the capacitor is being charged, but in the opposite direction. How? See, these arrows are in opposite direction to the original. See, they are in this direction, which is, and here it is in the opposite direction. The capacitor is being charged in the opposite direction. The magnetic energy of the inductor is changing into electrostatic energy of the capacitor. So some of the magnetic energy is being changed into the energy of the capacitor. So here electrical energy between these two plates is being stored. So what are the formula for M and E is written here. At stage 5, the capacitor is fully charged. Here, if you see, again it has got all the 4 arrows back. There is no magnetic field around the inductor, but the polarity opposite to that in its initial state. See, here the arrows are opposite to what initially they were in the capacitor. You can see arrows of the capacitor in opposite direction from stage 1. Rest all is same. Okay, so arrows here are different. It's in the opposite direction. The cycle of 4 stages, what all 4 stages? 1, 2, 3, 4 will start and repeat again. The capacitor begins to discharge now. The energy stored in the capacitor is being discharged again by sending current in opposite direction. The energy again starts transferred to magnetic field of the inductor. See here, from this positive plate, current is going to flow to the inductor. Earlier, this was the positive plate in the opposite direction and the current direction was this. Now, the current direction is in this direction. It's like a clockwise direction, right? And here, the two current directions are different and the arrows, you can note, it's only two arrows left. From 4, it has become 2 and some of the energy is being stored in the form of magnetic energy. So magnetic energy and electrical energy. You can see the bars now they are coming. Some of the energy is being transferred from capacitor to the inductor. In stage 7, the capacitor gets fully discharged. Again, you see this is empty. There are no arrows here showing that it is fully discharged. And the potential difference across the plates becomes 0. The magnetic field is, what is the magnetic field formula? Because all of the energy is being stored in the inductor in the form of magnetic field. So here, this is the formula. How much energy is being stored? This is the complete bar being raised. The magnetic flux linked with inductor in stage 8 now, the magnetic flux linked with the inductor decreases, inducing current in the same direction, Lenz's law, as the earlier current. How was the earlier current? This was the direction of the current. In the same direction, current is being sent. By whom? Because the capacitor is empty. Who's sending the current? The current is being sent by the inductor here. So this is an induced current being sent by the inductor. The current here is persisting, though with decreasing magnitude, and charges the capacitor in opposite direction. The magnetic energy of the inductor is changing into electrostatic energy of the capacitor. So you can see in the bar below, from magnetic full, now some part of the energy is being stored in the electrical energy, and you can see that storage in form of these arrows in the capacitor. But notice these arrows are different than here. So you can see on all the stages, first to 8, how the LC circuit is continuously moving, and where are we going to use these LC circuits? One is to produce the electromagnetic waves and the other is for the inverter. So this is the function of LC circuit. Power of AC circuit. Power of AC circuit, the rate at which electrical energy is consumed in an electric circuit is called power. That is, power is equal to work done by time. So work done by time is power. As work done is also potential into charge is also work done. So we can say, we know potential into charge is also work done. So potential, that is V, into the charge, which is again the work done, divided by time. Here Q by T, we can say, we can rewrite Q by T together as I. So the power formula in terms of current will become potential into current. That is, power equals to V into I. Potential can also be written as E equals to E naught sine omega t. I can also be written as I naught sine omega t minus pi. So work done in time dt can be written as dw is equal to vi dt. And this complete cycle is 0 to t. That is one complete cycle. So TW, that is the work total, will be equal to EI dt from limits 0 to t. We will substitute the values of E and I in this formula and we will be deriving an equation. So we will go on to the next slide and see once we substitute this value what happens. dW, work done, is equal to 0 to t EI dt. substituting value of E and I as E naught sine omega t and I naught sine omega t minus pi. That is putting the value of E and I, that is 2 and 3 equation in equation 1. We get E naught sine omega t dot sine I naught sine omega t minus pi. We are aware of this formula, sine A minus B equals to sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Substituting this formula in place of this sine omega t minus pi, we get sine omega t cos pi minus cos omega t sine pi. How? This is considered A and this is as B. Substituting in this formula, so sine omega t, that is sine omega t, then cos B. So this is the B. So cos pi minus similarly cos omega t sine pi. Taking out, putting this value in here and taking out E naught I naught as common outside, we can write sine omega t into sine omega t cos phi minus cos omega t sine phi. Multiplying sine omega t, we get E naught I naught limits 0 to t sine square omega t cos pi dt. So what we are doing, we are multiplying this here and multiplying this factor sine omega t again with cos omega t sine phi and putting the limits 0 to t. Here 0 to t sine to omega t dt is t by 2. This value is t by 2. So we can write t by 2 cos phi. And for the other one, this part, we can write 0 to t sine 2 omega t sine phi here. Taking out t cos phi as common, we get E naught I by 2. This as common, E naught I by 2. In bracket, we are left with t cos phi. So this is t cos phi minus half sine phi cos 2 omega t by 2 pi 0 to t. The second cosine term is time dependent. So cos 2 pi t, its average over a cycle is 0. This value becomes 0. Why? Because its average over a cycle is 0. So we are left with only this element. So power average equals to E naught I naught by 2 cos phi. Or we can write P average is equal to E naught I naught root 2 cos phi equals to ERMS IRMS R by 2. Cos phi is the power factor. Trying to explain the power factor cos phi one more time in this session. Power in term of potential and current can be written as power is equal to potential into current, that we are aware of, and we have derived the formula for power average is equal to E naught I naught by 2 cos phi. Now what we are doing is we are trying to understand this terminology cos phi power factor more clearly. Real power is equal to virtual power into cos phi. This is one formula. Real power equals to virtual power into cos phi. Thus, the power factor may be defined as the ratio of true power to the apparent power of a AC circuit. It varies from 0 to t. So, cos phi equals to real power by the virtual power and the value varies between 0 to 1. We are also aware that cos phi previously we have learned that is equal to R by Z. And the value for Z was Z equals to R square plus XL minus XC whole square, where the value for XL was L omega and XC was 1 by C omega. Substituting this value, we get another formula for cos phi as R by substituting in Z this value. So we get R square plus L omega minus 1 by C omega square. So these are the mathematical formulas that we have derived for cos phi. That is, these are the formulas for cos phi. Actually, let me make you understand power factor one more time in a simpler example. So this power factor is more clear when we look at the AC with 5 star. See this picture? This AC is with 5 star. Have you actually ever gone and seen or purchased an electrical item with 5 star, 3 star, 1 star, 2 star? So that is the cost factor, the power factor that you have to see. What happens is, let me explain. 5 star will be like cos pi is 1. For a 5 star, the value of cos pi will be, 1. Okay. If it is for 3 star, then the cos value is 0.7. This will help the person to decide, as the electricity bill will be higher for 3 star AC, whether he wants a higher bill or he wants to buy an instrument which is more expensive right now. Let me put in another word with more example here. If we buy, say, a motor pump with cos phi, that is, power factor, say it's given as 0.6. So any box you purchase, if you look around and see the power factor, it's always written there. So if the cost factor for this is written as, say, 0.6, and we are buying a water pump power. Power required for this pump is 1000 watt. The bill will not come for 1000 watt. How much will the bill come? The bill will come as, which is the real bill. So real bill will be equal to the watts, which is 1000 used for that pump, divided by 0.6. What is 0.6? 0.6 is the power factor. So if it is 0.6, the value that you are going to pay is going to be 1666 watt. You're going to be paying for this much watt instead of 1000 watt. So if it was, the power factor was 1, then you would have paid the bill, electricity bill, only for 1000 watt. But being the power factor more, and the range is 0 to 1, so this is the value that you have to pay. That is 166 for the bill here. The average power of an AC circuit is, average power, we have just derived this formula, ERMS into IRMS cos phi. The angle between ERMS and IRMS is pi. That is, this E and I, the angle between them is I. This is a phasor diagram in which this is representing the E and this is representing the I, and the angle between them is pi. The current I RMS can be resolved into two components. So we are going to resolve the component I into two. So here the two components will become, for current, I cos pi and I sin pi. So the two components are cos and sin. Now we have two cases. Angle between I cos phi and E RMS, this is the E, is 0. If you see, the angle between these two is 0. If the angle between these two is 0, then if we put the value here, so it becomes ERMS, IRMS cos pi, and this will become the wattful current. The value is cos 0 and it will become the wattful current. Now what is wattless current? In wattless current, the current in an AC circuit is said to be wattless if the average power consumed in the circuit is 0. This is wattless circuit as it does not consume any power in AC circuit. So in here, what we will do, we are going to take power formula E into I, and instead of writing cos phi, we are going to take the angle here. So angle is cos pi 2. Okay, cos pi by 2, angle is 90 degree. Angle between this E and this I, the angle is 90 degree. So when this is 90 degree, so cos 90 is 0. So when it becomes 0, we call the component IRMS sin pi as idle or wattless current because it does not consume any power in AC circuit. This happens in a purely inductive or capacitive circuit in which the voltage and current differ by a phase angle of pi by 2. We will see under special cases in the next slide again about the pure capacitance and pure inductance. Thus, the current in the circuit has no power. When it has no power, we call it wattless. It flows sometimes along the voltage and sometimes against the voltage, so that the net work done per cycle is zero. The work done by the cycle is zero. For example, when the secondary of a transformer is open, the current in the primary is almost wattless. So in this graph that you can see, this is the voltage and this is the current, and the power factor, this is indicating you, showing you the difference power factor here. Okay, and the angle between them was how much? 90 degree cos pi by 2. So this becomes wattless. Special case of power factor. So we have pure inductor, pure capacitance and pure resistance. You will be amazed to see that pure resistance is very important. And because of the resistance, work done is being done. How? The formula for pure inductor in a circuit is E naught I naught cos theta. The theta between E naught and I naught is pi by 2. For a pure inductor, the theta between E naught and I naught is 90 degree. That is why this complete E into I into 0 becomes 0. So average power here is 0, means no work is being done in a pure inductor. Similarly, in pure capacitor, again the difference between E and I, the phase difference between E and I is 90 degree. So cos 90 degree is 0. So average power here again is 0. Only in pure resistance, E and I have no phase difference. They are actually same. Just E is ahead and I, because of resistance, it's smaller. And the phase difference between them, cos theta, theta is 0. When theta is 0, the value of cos 0 is 1. So the average power E into I cos 1. So here, this we can see the work is done only by resistance. In LCR circuit, the work is done only by the resistance. These are the formulas used in this video. I hope it was helpful to you. In the chapter, we have covered these formulas. Thank you.